Welcome to Unapologetically Yours. I am your host, Melinda Dawn, and this is a video for everyone who's not on Spotify. Come on over or tell your provider of choice to get on that video train with us. So, today I will be sharing a few things. It's unscripted, as most of my podcasts have been, and at the same time I will be reading a few things, so those are like scripted. So there's that. I hope that consistent banging that you hear, sounds like someone practicing the drums, is not as annoying to you as it might be to someone else. All right, so I sent myself a couple text messages in order to read some things. If you've noticed, I cry a lot. Who's with me on that? Who also tears up at like Hallmark commercials? Or Hallmark movies. Yeah, raise your hand. I can't see your hand raised, but yeah. I want to encourage you with something. And I wonder if it even says the person's name. So it references a neurologist, a Harvard neurologist, but I don't believe it gives the name. And there's a note. This is based on general research on emotional intelligence and leadership. And so let's go. A Harvard neurologist said people who cry easily make the best leaders because their brain has a rare advantage. This person told her class that people who cry easily aren't emotionally weak. They have a faster connecting brain. She showed scans comparing emotional responders versus non-responders. The ones who cried had a stronger bridge between the amygdala, which is emotion, and the prefrontal cortex, which is logic, meaning their feelings don't block their thinking, they enhance it. Are you encouraged yet, you people who cry easily like me? She explained that when someone tears up, their nervous system is doing something extraordinary. It's processing emotional data in real time. Their system picks up microtensions, shifts in tone, subtle changes in group dynamics long before others notice. Does this sound familiar? This is why they make powerful leaders, she said. They can read the room before the room knows what it feels. In one study, emotional responders predicted conflict 40% more accurately and resolved it faster. They sensed discomfort early, adjusted their communication, softened their tone, or offered support before anyone asked. Their sensitivity wasn't a liability. It was strategic awareness. She told the class about a CEO who cried during a presentation. His board panicked, but the neurologist said his brain was doing exactly what high intelligence emotional systems do: releasing tension, regulating stress, and returning to clarity. After crying, she said, his decision-making improved. His entire nervous system recalibrated. Her final line was, crying is not a loss of control. It's the nervous system integrating faster than most people can think. People who cry easily aren't unstable. I just stuck out my tongue. and y'all know who that's for. They're attuned, perceptive, self-aware, and neurologically built for connection and leadership. So there you go. I was talking to someone earlier today, and there were definitely some shifts in tone, including mine. And I encourage that person to get on the list of people who call me for advice, because I give great advice. And yeah, so I shared, I've had a soliloquy conversation. The sun, man. I just moved my chair like twice. Ooh, there we go. Let me shift. Okay. So I had an email conversation. It was just me talking. Saying, I think it was an email, saying that I wanted, when I was young, I kind of grew up on like the Dear Abby column type thing. There we go. And that I've wanted to do that. So, yeah, I'd have a good column. It'd be good. It'd be so good. And then my friend, Siam, hey, last night he told me, you should have a Dear Abby column. I was like, I want one. I've been talking about it. So now you guys all know, everyone's on the same page. Let's get me my own column. All right. So I read that. And because I read it verbatim, let me give credit to where credit is due, at Alexandrina Mind Pro. That's where I got that from. It was an IG thing. You know, because like your phones, the mics, they're listening. They're listening. They know all the stuff. So it knows that I cry a lot. So it wanted to encourage me, the powers that be. Yesterday, I recorded. I haven't published it yet. I'm still working on it. I had to have it exported in order to upload it into Spotify. And I'm just going to read this other thing. When someone opens up to you, be a safe place. You don't have to fix it or have all the answers. Just being there is enough. And yesterday was definitely that. So the episode is called Trigger Warning. And because it is chock full of stuff that is definitely not meant for everyone. And it's okay if it's not meant for you. That is okay. Keep it moving. Move on. I am looking, and if the camera starts like going wackadoo, it's because I'm afraid an ant's crawling on me. All right. So one of the things that I definitely want to read is like a poem or a quote. And I wanted to practice it, and I didn't. I haven't. But it's by Marianne Williamson. It's very popular. And I remember hearing it several times, but one of the meaningful times, and my intention was to pull up the clip, is from the movie with Denzel called The Great Debaters. And it was recited very powerfully. So if you want to hear a very powerful version, go watch that movie. There we go. I have released myself from the pressure of performance anxiety. And before I read that, I'm going to see if there is, I'm certain there is something else that I want to read. And it lines in, lines up, it fits. All right. And then let me give credit where credit is due. Mindful_mental growth. All right. You know what? I'm just going to read the caption too while I'm at it. Your brain is always learning, even when you're not trying. The small things you do daily shape how you think, feel, and react. Most people wait for motivation, but motivation comes after you rewire your habits. All right. So this person has some sort of 5-step thing. Habits proven by science. Crazy, but true. Habits proven by science to rewire your brain. Okay. This is not the one that I wanted to daggone read. Dang it. So I'm backing out of that one. You can go check that out on your own time. Let's see. Capacity shows up. Okay, what's this one? Capacity shows up in how someone handles stress, irritation, conflict, and overwhelm. High capacity looks like staying present instead of shutting down, pausing instead of reacting, self-regulating without disappearing. Low capacity looks like snapping, withdrawing, I can't deal with this. A tense, reactive body, avoiding instead of engaging. All right. And that wasn't it either. There we go. Let's train the brain. This is where the credit is due. Neuroscience shows confidence is born from consistently showing up for yourself and doing things you don't want to do, but know are good for you. Every time you show up for yourself despite resistance, you're not just being disciplined, you're building self-trust and proving to your brain that your word means something. Each act breeds more self-confidence. Neuroplasticity means your brain rewires through repeated experience. Every time you choose discomfort with intention, you strengthen the identity of someone who respects their future, instilling, I'm the type of person who does hard things, and that is for sure. And yesterday, this reminds me, Michelle recited a song, and I don't know the exact title, but let's just say it's called I Can Do Hard Things. And I am proving that. I have become the personification of doing hard things, and I have become the personification of the poem that I will recite in a moment. Most people chase easy dopamine, but when you show up for what's hard, your brain learns to release dopamine from effort, not just reward. That's how motivation becomes internal and self-respect replaces self-sabotage. I definitely lived in a lane of self-sabotage, which showed up in relationships. It showed up in work productivity, home life, life. The more you get dopamine from easy wins, the harder it becomes to do anything that requires effort or delay. Your brain says, why work hard when I can feel good now? But when you consistently act on what's hard, your brain starts rewarding you for the process itself. You begin to crave follow through, not just quick relief. So when you consistently show up and do the things you don't want to do, when you choose to act anyway, your nervous system starts to learn, I'm okay. This isn't a threat. And over time, what once felt uncomfortable becomes your new baseline. The resistance fades, the hard things start to feel normal and even empowering. Through this repetition, your brain starts to believe, I can handle this. That belief reinforces confidence and evolves your identity into one built on self-respect, safety, and trust in your own capabilities. Thank you so much. Let's train the brain. And I saved this. I sent it to myself in order to share with someone. So I will be doing that. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and do it right now. I don't know what accent that is. Whatever. It's part of me. All right, are y'all ready for me to recite this poem that I have become the personification of? Let's do it. All right. I wonder if I should, where I should hold the camera. Not the camera, but the thing. Let's see. Oh, you see my phone. All right. I don't have glasses on, so let me zoom in a little bit. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, Who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Again, that is by Marianne Williamson. And I sit here in my yard, in the sun, sort of in the shade, recognizing that the sun is just behind this tree. And I'm so proud of me. I'm so full of love for me. And I believe if there was not one soul left on this planet who loved me, I would still be basking in the glory of my own love for self. And that is super powerful. Yesterday, and it may have been over lunch, Michelle and I were not recording. We were talking about not caring what people think, right? And sometimes that comes when people are older, like the older men and women who just say anything. They don't care. They don't give a hoot who they hurt. They don't give a hoot who is offended. They are just going to be them. So I care who I hurt. I don't want to hurt anyone. But I cannot care more about somebody else's judgment or opinion of me than I do my own. And I must believe in myself. I'm going to pause for that plane. I know I easily have a dozen, if not, I don't know. I easily have a dozen people who truly care about me and see me, maybe a couple dozen, which is beautiful. And it's maybe much more than some. But again, if I had no one but me, I would, and I am the person that I am today, I would be more than fine, and I would still be me, spreading love, spreading cheer, encouraging strangers, giving random people compliments, thanking people, expressing gratitude, and I would be in those acts making the world a better place. Not making the world a better person, but I don't know. And that's definitely something that helps me to keep my head held high. You've seen some consistency with me producing podcast episodes, and that lines up with the neuroplasticity thing and the neuroscience stuff that I read. It's like I want to do these hard things, and I'm loving life. And I was just thinking about the whole holding space business, right? I had this whole thought in my head. So whatever my facial expression was, I'm going to tell you exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking, when you hold space for someone sometimes, and how I used to word it and others have worded it is like you're holding a bucket for them to puke into. You know what I mean? Like, you're good. But I was thinking of an interaction I had where what they're doing, let's say, is pouring it into a glass. I'm holding the glass, right? Boop. And then, though I could dump the glass later, whether they know it or not, like, I don't have to hold on to their stuff or even their junk. I can hold space for someone who's having a rough day. And, sorry, y'all. And not let it affect me. Not let it make me have a bad day. Not let it steal my joy and my decision to be me, exactly me, not a shrunken version of me, not a dimmed version of me because that person is having an off day, or because that person doesn't have the capacity to hold all of me, right? And so there are, I'm sure, videos and stuff out there, and there's dialogue that talks about different people having different, let's just keep using the word capacity. So like one person's a shot glass, right? And one person's a whole pitcher. I am the friggin' ocean, and I have drowned people. Remember the trilogy poems I just did about Johnny in a different episode? It may have been the one where I was talking to Jacob. Did I do a Dear Jacob? I wanted to do a Dear Jacob. Did I do one? Anyway, I have created a Dear Jacob image for an episode. Maybe I didn't do it. But anyway, I was talking about Jacob regardless. And I was talking about our, dating relationship and all of the stuff. And that we had a song, All of Me. Yeah, John Legend. All of me loves all of you. And one of the words is, like, I'm under the water, but I'm breathing just fine. And I referenced someone in the past, and what I'm saying now is that someone from the past was Johnny, who told me he was drowning in my love, and I thought that was a good thing, and it absolutely was not. He was a shot glass to my ocean, or a shot glass to my gallon, whatever. But maybe I am the whole freaking ocean. I have cried an ocean's worth of tears. So, capacity matters in relationships too, in holding space, And so, if you're a pitcher-sized person and you're dating a shot glass-sized person as far as capacity, and let's talk about love, we'll put the capacity to love, and they've got their shot glass and they're going to give you everything they've got. They're going to pour that whole shot glass into your pitcher. That thing don't even fill the bottom. But they gave you all of their love. It wasn't enough. They do not have the capacity to love you or to fill you. Now you can choose to stay with them, or you could go find yourself a pitcher-sized capacity person. Maybe I've talked about this before. But some things are worth repeating. And if you're the pitcher and you're, with someone who's the shot glass, they are going to be overwhelmed in a not good way. It is not. They will feel like they are drowning, and that is an insecure, unsafe feeling. Choose wisely. And, there are things though, like there's glass blowers, right? I love those things, the creations that are made with that. It's probably one of the things that I would have liked to learn to do. Maybe I will at some point. But, there are things like heat can change glass, right? And I absolutely do not encourage making yourself smaller, right? If you're a pitcher size, don't shrink yourself to a freaking shot glass. That's crazy. But maybe with some heat, with some pressure, with something, with a decision, maybe that person, maybe it's a thick, I don't know, triple thick shot glass. And that person's willing to do some work to stretch themselves. You know what I mean? I mean, it ain't going to get to a pitcher, but, you know, I don't know. Just spitballing here. Some days you will have the ability to hold another's stuff, right? Regardless of the size. And the very next day or the very next hour, you may not be able to, and that's okay too. Most importantly, make sure that you are filling yourself up with love, with care, so that you will be full of love and care, and so that you will not begin searching for that in the wrong spot. Like, when you love yourself and you fill yourself with care, you will attract people and be teaching people how to love you. And there will be people who will scratch their name off of that list. They'll say, "You're too sweet for me. I'll take my whiskey neat and my coffee black." That's a song. Let them go. Good grief. Bye. Matter of fact, you was never my type. Pardon the language. And by language, I mean the grammar. Even though I'm not really apologizing, I'm just saying pardon. It's an expression. I just was thinking about my mom. However that works. Heaven, afterlife. My mom is so proud of me. That woman had a large capacity for love. So, don't be afraid of your light. Don't be afraid of your light. Shine. Just go ahead and shine. Shine so bright. If you have to put your own sunglasses on because you're so bright, wear shades even in the dark. It's okay. Shine. Test the waters. See who in your circles have the capacity for your light and for your love. Shine. Who gives you freedom to be you? Who encourages you to keep going and keep doing what you're doing that's making an impact? Who sees you fully and loves you, both the light sides and the dark sides? Those are your people. Who do you see? Who do you see? Who's in your life that you see how brilliant they are, how beautiful, how handsome, how talented, and they don't quite see it? Maybe instead of, or in addition to, telling them they're so beautiful, handsome, smart, talented, what if you modeled it? What if you, being authentically you, turn the tables for them to own all of their brilliance and all of their magnificence? What if you, wearing a crown, like what I have on right now, encourage other people to wear their crown? What if me, being unapologetically me, would set somebody else free? That's why I'm here. That's part. And that's what I hope to offer others, to truly give permission, or to, like when I say that, it makes me feel a little cringy. Like, you don't need my permission to glow. You don't need my permission to succeed. You don't need my permission to shine. This is all about encouraging you to do so and inviting you into seeing that really it's yourself that really gives you permission. Go ahead, give yourself permission for all of it. Owning your mistakes, recognizing the wins, seeing how much and how many people you've influenced through you just being yourself. Join me in shining just so beautifully bright. Join me in speaking so loudly, like gently loud. Can you be gentle and loud? Lovingly loud? I don't know. Make your mark. Make the mark that you were meant to make by being your beautiful self and understanding that you are so special just the way that you are, and there's things that's only you, that only you can produce and only you can manifest. Do not rob us. Don't rob us of your light. It's too dark out in this world for anybody to sheathe their light. Let it shine. Let it blind the darkness. Be a light. I believe that's all I've got today, or in this moment. So, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for following me. And thank you for continuing to encourage me to do this thing, for reminding me how much it has impacted you. Thank you so much for all of your beautiful messages. Thank you for reaching out to me directly via email. Thank you for calling me. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad that I'm stepping into this with intention. You guys have kept me here with your encouragement and with your acknowledgement of, being a fan. It matters, and you matter so much to me, and you're definitely a big reason why I keep coming back. So thanks again, and as ever, I'm looking for my cursor. As ever, I remain unapologetically yours.